Ah, fuck. It's, oh, god damn it. I gotta start over. Son of a bitch. But the idea, right, is you download them all automatically so I can go, like, you know, circle jerk in the corner for like 8 hours while this downloads everything for me. But I fucked that up, so I gotta start over. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Well, how much did we get in that span of time? It was going slow because I'm streaming. Let's see. We couldn't have gotten that many. There's no way. And the trick is it's all jumbled up here, but all you gotta do is literally, since I've strategically put a comma in there, just fucking line break that shit. I only got 1,500. That's nothing. Got a long way to go. And this is just another sample. I mean, I've got tons of these. Hold on. And, well, no, I don't, because I deleted them because it was taking up too much space. But I'm trying to find out the best way to format them, to be able to search for them from Discord. How much does this one have? Let me see my list. Like, so what I'm doing this for? We go to Discord here. Then I do the command option contract. I think I need to restart the bot. Close all this shit that I have open. Maybe that'll help. This was the problem, though. In the code, this is where I fucked up. This needs to be... What did it say? Something about float IVH. Oh, right here. I need to put or 0 right there. That was the problem. Now it'll work. Because it was whenever it didn't have the IV, because let's say the contract was just written. You know how sometimes you go in the options chain and there's no data there because the contract was just written? That's why it'll create that flag. So you gotta put a 0 there. Or I could put another exception. IVC. Yeah, I don't have IVC down here. Another alternative is to do this. So just put if IVC is none. I don't need this on here. That should do it. Alright, let's... And then I got 55 counters to count the derivative IDs that are basically Weeble's way of storing the options contracts. It's called derivative IDs. And there's not really an order to it. It's kind of just random, so you have to just kind of harvest it all. But the reason why is because you can do shit like this. Like the way I have this one set up is it's by percent chance of closing in the money. So if I put like a 5-5, it's going to show all the contracts with a 55.76% chance to close in the money. But then I realized that that's not a really good way to search for stuff. So why I'm collecting shit again is to switch this around and put the symbol in front, followed by the strike, followed by the normal shit, and then I'll have the IV and shit at the end if you want to get down and search for the IV as well. But yeah, you call the command and then it prints you out this shit right here. It's got your volume, today's percent change, and granted this is a SPKX 23317. Like if we did like a spy, let's do a popular spy one. So it would be I know 0.01 or 0. Okay, this is the one that I have where you search by strike price, not percentage. So this one's by strike. So I'm trying to figure out the best way. So let's say I wanted 500 SPY. These are all the contracts I've harvested so far for SPY 500. Let's look at 1230. Open interest is 12. This contract has a negative 100% chance, which means it's if you see the negative sign, it just means it's a put. Let's look at the call. Oh, whoops, it's 500 SPY. Call for 1230. There we go. Open interest 17.2, volume 1669. Open interest change is going up. They're probably still going to rake some premium. And then basically, I mean, the percent chance that you're seeing is just the delta. And then you got these badass technical patterns, dude, in the drop down. That's what's cool. Me gusta that. But that didn't work for some reason. There we go. It's pretty sick. Triple bottom. Island. I see this shit all the time. The island bottom pattern where it gaps down, fucking does a little bowl and gaps back up. Pretty cool little graphics here. But yeah, anyways, I need to harvest more contracts, so let's run this bitch and see if it works. I'm gonna shut off the main bot. Sorry, Bruce, if you're watching this. I gotta be efficient with the collection. I gotta get this shit done so we can utilize all of the contracts. I think there's like, I don't know how many there are in total, but the most I've been able to get is 800,000, and that's not enough. So I'm just gonna let this run, and I don't think it will flag that error again, so it should just run and continue to gather. It's gonna be sporadic because I have, we're talking a digit set with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits in it, and I basically have them spaced out 500,000 apart, so it's just going to cycle through all these numbers and pull out the contracts that correspond to each number, and we will allow 55 ticker IDs at once, so that's why I have 55. It's capped at 55, and this is like, I can't believe that this data is accessible. This is SIBO data. This shit's not cheap. I mean, not expensive. Wait, no, yeah, it's not cheap. Sorry, I'm baked. It's expensive as fuck. I want to say for one person, I think it's like $1,800 a month or something like that, or maybe it was 800 a month. Still, that's a lot. That's a lot of people's rent and shit. There we go, and it's gonna pick up speed. I'm thinking that obviously it only got to, what was it, like 1,500 before, so I'm just gonna put the control F up to have a counter going. The counter is only going to go to 19,999, but I can keep track of it by doing the comma and the apostrophe. I need to go to the, actually no, if I open that file it's gonna crash my shit because I'm streaming. Never mind. I'm just gonna pull this shit up. And it goes pretty quick. Like whenever all 55 counters are picking up contracts, it'll go super quick. I just want to make sure it's not going to flag that same error again. So how many are we at now? $920. So we're about to hit the point we were at last time. I just want to make sure that it fucking is going to keep running. Like every contract that downloads, like this is the data we get with it. It's this data here. I can pull all this data, and it's real time. Like this is real time shit. Like during the day, like if you refresh this shit, this data will update. That's what's badass about this. And the way to get it into Discord is you have to figure out a way to pair this ticker ID to the symbol, and then put that in a dictionary, and then recursively call that from Discord. And it's pretty cool shit. You even got the bid and the ask as well. Yeah, there's an ask list right here, and there's a bid list right there. So you can just easily create alerts with this shit using simple Python code. Just make it a simple if statement. If price equals this, send alert here. What have you. If volume equals this, if volume is greater than OI, unusual alert, whatever you want to do. You gotta open the cool thing is that you see shit that you don't see even on the application. You have open interest change. That's an important metric, because if open interest changes a lot to the downside or upside, I mean that's intentions from the industry. And if you have every contract downloaded, ready to go, you can organize how you wish. You can easily query and organize it by the open interest change. I can list it by most open interest change and least. And that gives me, a nice playlist in and of itself. Then you can organize it by gamma, do by rho, theta, implied volatility. If you want to sell calls, just organize it by IV. Hit the high ones. Easy. Sell IV. Don't buy it. As far as high IV. Any metric you see here, you can organize this entire database of shit that I'm collecting. Did it lock up? I may not be able to. Okay, it's still going. I may not be able to stream and do this at the same time, but it looks like we've surpassed where we were last time. Yeah, we're good. We're at 527 calls, but this will trail off though, so it's not an accurate count. I'd have to go to the actual file that it's putting all this to. This is just the terminal. It's actually outputting everything that you're seeing printing to the terminal over to another separate file. I don't think the error is going to catch anymore. It should be resolved, which should allow this to continue running. Granted, there's no internet interruptions or anything on my end. So my work here is done, I think. No, it's just going to do the work for me. And I do have, the list that I have for those commands you saw on Discord are pretty substantial. Let's go and see. This is the delta setup here. I have 249,602 on this one, so quite a bit. Not enough by any means, but still quite a bit. I mean, yeah, you can see like in the data, there's literally no fucking order to this shit. It's just, there may be, but I can't see it. So I put 55 counters on it, and now I'm letting the counters figure out what the numbers are, because that seems to be the most efficient way to go about it, as far as I'm aware of, from my skill level here, which is not much. Then literally after I'm done, it's literally zero work. I just got to put Control F replace with a line break, and then it organizes everything. Shoot it over to the auto completer, and then you're done. I already got the commands built. I just got to replace all the variables. That's it. I think it's going to be nice to be able to search it, or at least not maybe search it, but see it, the IV percentage, like in the search box. Like whenever you search for the contract, it's going to be here. It's going to be here in the contract box. I don't have the bot on right now, but you're going to see it like in this box here, which would be nice. And you can search for it too. You just have to make sure you type everything else first correctly. Oh, is there no fucking screen? That's hilarious. How many times have I streamed without a video on? That's hilarious, man. On YouTube, can you see anything or no? Thanks for letting me know that. I had no fucking clue. Can y'all see shit now? I had no idea. My bad. I just explained a lot of shit without showing you what I was doing. Oh, it fucking caught that error again. God damn it. Oh, whoops. Whoopsies. I think that'll do it. Okay, so I'm going to start that over again. FCH. I don't even have FCH on there. No wonder. How can you handle the fucking error? I thought I could have sworn I put it on there earlier though. Okay, FCH. That was the one that threw the error, right? It was IVC also. IVC is there. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's in the right spot. Everything looks good. I think I need to convert it to string. Those problems. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's see if this works. That's blank, that's blank. Okay, so how I'm going to do this is I have this. I can actually do it. I can do it several ways if I wanted to. All I got to do is just throw in another with open line here. I could do ITM3. And then, so this one I have organized by IV first, where you can literally search. It's just going to be searching for IV. Like, you search for, if you put 15 IV, it's going to return all tickers with 15% IV. But then you can narrow it down by symbol, and then strike, and then if it's call or put, and expiration, so on and so forth. Then I can do other shit too. I got the normal symbol, strike, direction, IV. It's actually displayed right there in the box. So I'm just trying to experiment with a bunch of different shit here. Deltas, I think it's kind of actually pointless to do. There's too many fucking options in the market. Gamma might be nice. Gamma squeezes, you know. So I'm just going to do that here just to show G2. That's literally it. That's all I got to do. I think I'm going to change this to 1. I'm going to run this bitch. Those errors are fucking annoying. I didn't seem to have any problems with the change though, and I did the change the same way as I did the IV, so I don't know. You can't see me. If you saw me, your fucking eyes would explode. Alright, dude, I don't want to wait for that error again, but it's going to take a second. I just want to make sure it's not going to throw that error, because I want to be able to go to sleep for once and just let this shit work for me. So if I can wake up and have like 2 million contracts and you know, ready to go, that'd be sick. I mean, it doesn't take much to get it over there. I think this shit's just going slow because I'm streaming. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of shit that people aren't looking at. It's developing right now. I mean, I guess we can take a look at it um, while some people are here. So there's the CFTC crypto. This is recently. It should be like one of the first things you see, but of course it's not. You have to dig for this kind of shit. Golly, really? They're gonna bury this shit? Well, you know what? I was gonna try to avoid this, but we're here. This is the shit no one looks at. This is what matters most, but no one wants to look at it because they'd rather just be on social media. And I get it, it's fun to hang out, but like, bro, like if you want to actually learn what the fuck's going on, you gotta read this shit. They're telling you straight up what's going on. Nothing meaningful. Where is that motherfucking thing? Nothing as of late. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Let's just glance at the news headlines to see what's out there. Everyone, that's probably the most general search term you could do. Stock market news. Let's go to news. By now, as the end of the Fed tightening may be near. Why do I agree with the first one that comes up? That's not good. but everyone online would be like, nah, they're fucking shills. They're lying. Dow Jones tumbles to bear market lows. Big news for Tesla. China EV rivals. Dude, don't forget about China. It's been asleep for a while, but I'm telling you, nothing has fucking changed at all with any of this shit. Except the amount of time it's taken. And I'm telling you, the next place to go after China is fucking India, man. We're going to be Indian. First is China, now we're going to India. We're going to play fucking Risk with these motherfuckers while they globalize the world. This week in Bidenomics. Oh, fuck. Jim Cramer just said it's way too early to expect the stock market to rebound. You know what that means. Buy calls. Okay, so there's what I was looking for. The 3,300 narrative. That's what I was looking for. Because that's exactly where they're selling like historic amount of puts. It's kind of mixed, really. Kind of bland. Nothing really fearful. Nothing like last Friday. Like missiles, nuclear launch attacks, death, famine, you name it. That's when I buy. That is exactly when I buy shit. It's easy to fear and have emotion and hide on social media all day, but like, dude, this shit's for real, man. Like, I mean, you don't see this shit often. Like, dude, like this shit. If you want to just remind yourself how unprecedented this shit is, all you have to do is go here and look at this shit. It's nothing like 2008, but it is kind of at the same time. I mean, this one dashboard right here, if you can understand like the stuff that's on here, then you'll know how fucked this shit is. And it's not fucked from like a crime perspective. I'm saying fucked from like this shit's all legal. And like there's a lot of thought put into all of this shit. It's not just like, oh no, they shorted the stock, they're evil, and now they got it covered. No, it's a lot more complex. And then we're talking global operations here. And by the way, this document here blew my mind. Dealing with the next downturn, written in 2015, BlackRock literally set the entire stage for everything we just went through. They described needing something like a repo facility, bypassing the interest rate channel when this traditional central bank toolkit is exhausted, enforcing policy coordination so that fiscal expansion does not lead to an offsetting increase in interest rates. Talked about they needed to get inflation up. So how do you do it? You got a fucking stimulus. How do you do that? You got to have a virus or some kind of thing that happens to get everyone in need of financial aid. How do you do that? Fucking shut the country down. Where does it come from? China. It happens to be the exact low is what? The yuan? And we're talking all-time high dollar. And we're about to see an all-time yin-yang swap with the dollar and the fucking yuan. The same time that it goes digital, at the same time that F2 merges. Like, get the fuck out of here. Too much going on to be a coincidence. Too much. It's all happening at the same time. Get out of here. It's still working. Yes, Dad. Oh, no, wait. This is right around where it fucked up last time. Yeah, bro. You gotta think, man. These motherfuckers, like, 10% or the top 10% of the wealthiest households in America are the ones trading shares for the most part. As far as your major indexes and things like that, all your big name stocks. If this shit crashes, they do. They crash. I think all that you're seeing in the market, this downturn, being there's so much fucking cash in the market, all you're seeing is the tax preparations that are coming down the road for next year. That's all it is. Taxes. And guess what? The tax deposits just reset yesterday. So I'm curious to see what futures are going to look like tomorrow. I'm expecting, seriously, like an 8% day in October from SPY this time around. Maybe higher. I don't know. There's no way to tell how high that could possibly be. But if you look historically, the only time SPYs ever ran over 10% in one trading session was during a major financial crisis. And majority of them happened in fucking October. So, I mean, I'm willing to take that bet. Because that's a nice payout despite where you may be in the options chain. As long as you have time and extrinsic value, and that shit runs that high, dude, you're gonna make money. Almost guaranteed. I think we're good, bro. I think it's working now past the error point that we got to last time. As I say that, it stops, you motherfucker. Everything's right. I don't think it's lagging. I just think it's the counters not hitting numbers that are returning contracts because there's 55 counters going at once. So it's going to ping whenever something gets picked up. But then again, I look at it and it doesn't look like it's skipping anything. Hold on. 39.46. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is lagging. Well, I do have three files. It's writing to three files right now, too, at the same time. This is one of them. This is another one. This is the first one. And then to change the data, dude, all you gotta do is replace the comma with a line break, and then it puts it in a nice, neat stack like this. And then you can easily transfer that to Excel. And then, just make it nice and neat, and there you go. It's in a dictionary form, ready to go. All you gotta do is just separate out the C colon at the end, and then it's literally just copy and paste over to this right here, and then you can call that from Discord. That's not there. Shouldn't be. And really, we don't even need the negative sign. I can remove it because, I mean, if it's, you'll know it's a put because you're searching for it. We don't need that's just gonna confuse people in my opinion. But holy shit, I can't just erase the negative because, yeah, that would erase the dates. But there is a trick around this. You know, you just all you gotta do is negative. Nope, that wouldn't work either. Fuck. Hold on. So the way I would normally resolve a problem like this, I would select all of it. Let's say I needed a way to quickly add or remove all of these. You can just easily go to Excel. And then I can add a star here. Whoops. And then I can just paste it back. You see how I just got rid of the negatives? And then I just replace that with nothing. And then I remove the stars. Get wrecked. Negative signs are gone. It's all cleaned up. I don't know what that's called, but it's a nice trick. Yeah, we're definitely good on this, so I'm just gonna let this roll because, yeah, we're definitely good. Alright, hopefully I wake up to like 2 million contracts and we have all of them. No specific order whatsoever, just seems to be random. The only thing that seems to be orderly is the dates to some extent, but not really. I mean, I wonder how many. I mean, their server's got to be going crazy right now with how many pings I'm doing. I didn't put any kind of wait or sleep at all. I'm just constantly hitting this shit. Hey, there's some SPX. You see, it only picks up like 4 and then it goes to something else. We'll see what happens. I am lost for words. Okay, I literally am lost for words. I don't know what to make of this. We're just going to do a brief rundown real quick. I know a lot of this is redundant, but I promise you, at the end of this, or somewhere in the end, you're going to be shocked. So a brief rundown. Salomon Brothers equals Travelers Group plus Citigroup, which equals Salomon Smith Barney. They renamed after they combined, and they happen to be the book running manager for GameStop. Now, the series of mergers happened in the late 90s due to the Stegall Act being lifted. It's referred to as the Big Bang in finance. Salomon was running from the flash crash of 1987. That was in part caused by a trader at Salomon. Now, after GameStop launched in 2002, 6 months after the September 11th attacks, Salomon was accused of IPO fraud, where they would distribute IPO shares to institutional investors worldwide for business. All of the Salomon Brothers alumni were in place by this point. So you have to understand, in the late 80s, there was a big bond scandal, a big flash crash happened in 1987. This was in part caused by a trader at Salomon. They were manipulating the treasury. Okay, at this time, Salomon Brothers was the biggest bank on Wall Street. Their CEO, his name, was dubbed the King of Wall Street. Now, during this time of 1987, Salomon Brothers had plans. They were planning on building a brand new building. Okay, we're going to get to that in a second. And their plans got